Hello again, welcome to your afternoon update here on Football Spy on a day when the football world is taking in the news that Cristiano Ronaldo is on his way to Real Madrid for a staggering £80 million. And if you're surprised by that, listen to this. The Spanish club Valencia have turned down a huge offer from Chelsea for their striker David Villa because he's on his way to, yes, you guessed it, Real Madrid. More on that amazing breaking news shortly, but back to Ronaldo. When we recorded our morning show, Manchester United hadn't commented on the situation. Now they have. They've said in a statement, at Cristiano's request, and he's expressed his desire to leave, and after discussions with the players' representatives, United have agreed to give Real Madrid permission to talk to the player. The statement goes on, matters are expected to be concluded by the 30th of June. The club won't comment until further notice. Now, Real Madrid have put a statement of their own out at around about midday today, saying that they expect to tie the deal up within days. They've said, Real Madrid confirm that they've made an offer to Man United for the acquisition of the rights of the player Cristiano Ronaldo. The club hope to reach agreement with the player in the next few days. I'm sure they will when you consider that they're willing to offer him wages of up to 200 grand a week over 6 years. Now, what bugs me is that Real, having signed Kaká earlier this week, have now spent £136 million, yet they still cannot defend. And you'd still argue that Barcelona are more of a team. Still, lots of you glad to see the back of Ronaldo, and you'll be posting your messages on the Football Spy blog here on mirror.co.uk. Derek Buxey says, is any football player worth £80 million? I don't think so. This is an obscene amount of money to pay for one man. This money could eradicate the poverty of 2 or 3 third world countries, smash the world drug trade, and put an end to people trafficking all around the world. Anonymous says here it will be a disaster for Manchester United. John Johnson disagrees. He says get him sold and get Carlos Tevez in on a permanent deal. Jimmy the Red says this is great news for United. We're better off without that sulking diver, his words. He gave United a bad name with his attitude and totally lost respect for Fergie. Jimmy goes on, anyone who does that must go. And for £80 million, I'm sure they bit Florentino Perez's hand off at that price. Think of all the players we can buy for that much. And I like the look of Karim Benzema at Lyon. Now, Alberto says, happy days. Although Ronaldo is an incredible footballer, he thinks he's bigger than Manchester United. Ferguson has never let a player go, says Alberto, that has come back to haunt him. Once you leave Old Trafford, your best days are usually behind you. £80 million is great business, and thank God I won't have to scream at the TV anymore because of his diving and theatrics. Madrid were robbed, he says, because he's not worth £80 million. Finally, United have got rid of the most annoying footballer ever to play in England. And as a United fan, I'm overjoyed. But Salman disagrees. He says here, Alberto, you're happy that Ronaldo's gone, but who are we going to replace him with? You say Antonio Valencia, but he's not a good enough player to replace Ronaldo. And then you say Frank Ribery at Bayern Munich, but he's an inconsistent winger, he says. People like you would say that Ronaldo will do a job for United. I don't accept this. Man United will struggle, and Rooney doesn't have the guts to score goals, says Salman. Pathetic business by Sir Alex Ferguson. He should have been sacked and not Ronaldo. They're his views, not ours, remember. Now, and also remember, you can contribute to the debate at blogs at mirror.co.uk/footballspy. Now, for what it's worth, I think you're all making good points. £80 million in a global recession for a player that United bought for £12 million 6 years ago is excellent business. Yes, you probably won't get the ready-made product to replace Ronaldo straight away. And yes, you will need to give his replacement time. But I still do come down on the side of the posters who say that it was the right thing to do. Ashley Young at Aston Villa. He's probably at the same stage that Ronaldo was when he arrived at Man U, and I like him. Frank Ribery at Bayern, he is a good bet, but he would cost a hell of a lot of money. Valencia at Wigan, he's a possible, and I know they like him as well as Karim Benzema, as we said before, at Lyon. But I just wonder if United have got something else even up their sleeves. More messages for you, and Emmanuel says, yeah, whatever, goodbye Ronaldo. Welcome Frank Ribery. Pete says that he's glad to see the back of what he describes as the petulant little child. I hope he can drive on the right. Got no idea what you mean. And Brendan made an excellent point. It's a bit long, but it's a good one. He says here, for all his footballing skills, Ronaldo is probably worth £40 million in today's value. But Real Madrid have a habit of buying pin-up stars so that they can make money on merchandising. Take Beckham, says Brendan, £23 million in transfer costs and £7 million a year in wages for 4 years. Yet Madrid maintained they sold £150 million worth of Real merchandise with Beckham's name on it in that time. United would be mad to turn down such an offer for him, says Brendan. Yes, he's a talented footballer, but you could buy 4 top-class players at £20 million for Ronaldo. Not a bad deal. Just going to finish off Brendan's point because he says the only problem now is that any player United go for, well, his price will be inflated because everybody will know how much money United have got in the kitty. Is this the end of modern day football as we know it? A bit dramatic there, but I can see the point he's trying to make. And he also says here, a bit of a long one as I said, but the Premier League is being drained of its money by foreign stars who will run to Spain or Italy when the money dries up, and we will be left with bankrupt clubs here. A message for everyone, I think, there. Now, leave us your messages on the blogs page. We'll get them out on the show. And just a couple of other bits of football news for you, because we said before that Chelsea have had a huge bid for the Valencia striker David Villa turned down. We've got some quotes here from the Chelsea Spanish scout Juan Cruzol, who met with the president of Valencia, Manuel Llorente, today in the club's Spanish headquarters to discuss the future of the 27-year-old striker. And Cruzol says here, Chelsea made an important offer for Villa, but the answer was no because negotiations with Real Madrid are very advanced. Hence, there is no possibility that Villa will go to Chelsea because he wants to go to Real Madrid. So a huge project well in progress over in Spain and at the cost of many of the Premier League clubs. But you just wonder what that might mean financially for Real Madrid because they're spending money that they quite simply do not have. And if they don't have some success next season, we could well be talking about a very different Real Madrid next summer. More Ronaldo news and David Villa news as we get it here on mirror.co.uk. I'll see you next time.